and welcome to your good old pal, it's Prepper Phil. So I tried to shift a little bit the focus of this nice channel here, because, things changed a little. So today I'm going to give you a crash course in prepping, alright? Alright, here we go. First thing that's very important is toilet paper. I got here 2 rolls of toilet paper, so because when shit's hitting the fan, I got 2 rolls to clean it off. Next is always have enough disinfectant in your house. I opted here for a small bottle of disinfectant, so this should be enough for at least 2 to 5 years. Then water is very important. I got here some water which I bought at a airport in Italy, so it should be fine because Italians know how to drink. And of course, the last very important thing is to arm yourself. I can't stress this enough. So here, this is what I opted for. It's a crowbar because I play a lot of video games and this is pretty much the safest bet there is. So that's it for this stream with Prepper Phil, so stay safe out there. Cheerio! Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, unicorns. I thought, because everything is so crazy right now, that I try to have a cute little crazy intro, because when people are just so, they're hoarding toilet paper and water and whatnot, so I thought today is going to be an uplifting, nice and friendly stream where we try to forget about all this crazy stuff that's happening here. So I'm really glad that you all made it here. I have 9 concurrent viewers, which is quite a lot, so I suppose a lot of you are social distancing themselves, which is very good for everyone. And maybe you've also noticed that the stream here is not as always, it is in full HD, but today it is just in HD ready, what's it called? So it's 720p, because I don't want to hog all the bandwidth here of people probably streaming Netflix shows or anything just to keep them entertained. So this is, I hope you won't probably notice when you're watching it on your phone or in this very, very small window here. Okay, my hair is wonderfully messed up, which is great. So what's the plan for today? Well, first up, Yngvarr wrote me on Discord and said for his game he's got out a new demo. It's an overhaul or reworked version, or I think it's a completely new version of his game for the Ludum Dare, where the theme was combined 2 incompatible genres. So I think we'll playing this first, and then I thought since I don't have a plan for anything that I would be doing otherwise, is I wanted today to spend the day actually finishing Into the Breach, because I'm lacking 1 achievement, and I thought today let's do 1 or 2 runs of Into the Breach and see if I can finally get this stupid 1 achievement. And then on, well, I got my Steam library open, I got GOG library open, I got the Epic Game Launcher, I got Uplay, Microsoft Zune player library, what have you. So I'm sure we find something that's fun to watch, fun to play, and so we can just interact and chat a little. So apparently everyone is able to hear and see me, at least YouTube keeps telling me that the stream is good. The problem here is that there's a curfew starting tomorrow or something, and this is why already people are hunkering down or something, and the internet was spiking sometimes and I couldn't connect to YouTube. So yeah, I'm still recording this locally, so if something should go awry, well, you can still watch it later if there should be some dropouts or anything. So let's have a look at the chat. And again, whenever I say unicorn, have a sip of water to stay hydrated, because it's important, because we're made out of water for some reason. Cursey says, in emote languages, what am I, 80? Emoji language, that the sound is indeed fine. Oh, and hi, Withar or Withar. Again, I will apologize every time I say a certain username, but all the time I will probably get it wrong. So apologies yeah, just before before saying any more names, I already apologize. Okay, let's switch over to my wonderful desktop here. And look at this, it is incredibly great, but at least my mouse pointer works. Finally, so I think we should be fine to start remote bot. And oh my god, here we go. Okay, so this apparently is not me. So let's make this a bit bigger. Does this work? Yes, wonderful. So why not make it full screen? So this is Yngvarr's game Remote Bot. And first of all, I have to say I really love this VGA graphic style. It reminds me of, what is it, Mode 13? At least it was in good old DOS games. Man, I should really get this off the table here. My neighbors will love this. Okay, so as far as I can recall is you type your command and your little robot buddy avatar does things. So am I in the right window? Yes. So let's say, let me just move the microphone here so that I can see my hands typing. Oh my god, I should have cleaned up here. My desk is a mess. You know why? Well, this is very telling. I get here an entire bag of cornflakes, so just to snack while I'm, while I'm programming. Okay, so how does it work? Left, no, okay, right, walk, move left, L, climb or dir, no, climb. Okay, I'm already a bit, I think he said that help doesn't work, but let's try. No, it doesn't. Oh my god, we're off to a good start here. I'm such an idiot. There's run right on top of the screen. So if I just enter run, yeah, this works. Jump. Probably I should not misspell things. Okay, so let's try this again. Run, jump. Okay, I can really, I'm having a hard time not seeing my keyboard. I'm so very unlead in terms of programming. I have to see the keys when I'm typing them. Run, no, jump. Okay, but we want to run and jump now. What am I typing? Jump. No, this worked. Jump. Good. Next screen. Oh my dear. Jump. Jump. Okay. Run, jump. So this is more or less a typing game in a sense. Turn. Okay. I'm really sorry about my typing. Maybe the keyboard is just shifted a little bit. Oh, hey, Tutvari, welcome. Just trying to type. Any one of you know the game The Typing of the Dead? I think it's a Sega game or something. It's really entertaining, but it just shows me how badly I'm at typing. Oh my god, run, jump. There we go. Up. Turn. No, okay, now I'm turned. Run, turn, turn. Okay, this worked. Good. Oh my dear. Jump, not run, jump. I think this is why. Stop. Okay, turn. So this. Open. No. Okay, so maybe I can't open this right now. So let's jump. Good. Jump. No. Run. Jump. Up. Turn. Up. Turn. Turn. No. No, not now. Run. Jump. No. Run. Ruin. Now this was too slow. Run. No. Let's. You know what? Let's time this a little bit better. Run. Jump. Good. Up, turn, jump. Yes. Now what? Oh, I need a flying jump. Okay, I need to jump and jump, up, oh good, turn, no, damn it, turn, run, jump, jump. Ah, this was bad. Yeah, let's kill ourselves. Oh my god, this, man, you're ramping up the the intensity quite a lot. But I can make this. I can make this. Jump, up, turn, good, good, jump. No, jump. Oh, if I press up, I can repeat the last command. This is helpful. This is, unless you're mistyping, of course. Run. Okay, okay, I got this. I got this. I don't got this. Run. Jump. No. Run. Not yet. Not yet now. Jump. There we, no, we don't go. Run, jump. You know what? Let's try this. When I go turn into this direction, then run, and then I just turn, so I get a little bit more time to jump. This was not it. This is harder than anticipated. Yes! Jump! Down! Down! No! Oh my god, my typing's so messed up, especially when I'm conscious of being watched typing. This is really hard. Down. Good. You know what? Oh, jump! Ah, sorry. I wanted to say left or right, that we turn and get this little checkpoint there, but it didn't work. So run, down, turn. Let's turn again and jump. Good. And now we got this little checkpoint here, and it looks like we made it. Do I need to turn up there? Oh yes, I need to. But at least we've made it to the checkpoint. So turn, run, up. I got this. I got this. This is quite nice. Thank you for playing. Okay, so this apparently is not winnable. From Yngvarr in Suitius. Again, sorry for misspelling your names. Okay, so this was nice, and I can see there from this elaborate caravan of smiley faces that aren't smiling as much as they are just grinning and blinking and mocking my avatar. I can see that there apparently is a lot of more in terms of the engine that you've made, that they can also follow this path along the way. I think there's a lot more to it. This is what I'm saying. I want to say. I'm sorry. I'm still a little bit apparently dehydrated. So unicorn. But this was very nice. It ramped up in intensity quite a lot. But I like the presentation. It's with all this EGA DOS charm that it has, but still manages to have this smooth transition, so it's not just block or tile based in a sense. So yeah, I give it 2 thumbs up and looking forward to playing a little bit more of it. But then again, and I'm just spitballing here, it would be nice if I could just type J for jump, or up, or U for up, or T for turn, something like this. But then again, of course, this would make things much easier for me. Yeah, the fun is more or less just being able to type things in time correctly. Another thing that I just thought of, maybe you can use different words or just made up words for different things. For example, if you want to operate an interactive object, you have to spell Gnumborg or something like this. So then when you really want to double down on all this typing frenzy, where you're just typing all those words that you aren't used to. Otherwise, I think it could get a little bit repetitive when most of the times I'm just typing jump and run and jump and run. So yeah, just some ideas that I'm having. But so far, yeah, I think, I mean, it's already a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to playing more of this. And that was Remote bot. I had to look at the icon because I already forgot the name. I also wanted to show you Domino House from also some patrons of mine. But since it's a puzzle game, I don't want to spoil anything. But I think I can show you the website if I can find it. No, I can't find it. Let me try it again. Because it's got a great style and it has this, there we go, Domino House demo. I really want to show you this because look at this style there. It's got some this expressionist Tim Burton-esque style in a sense. So yeah, it's essentially just just a couple of rooms that are puzzle boxes where you just have to figure out how things are connected or what certain clues actually are referring to, and so on and so forth. I already played the demo, so I don't want to go through it again and spoil it for you, but yeah, this is just a recommendation to check out Domino House. The URL is lilocormic.itch.io/Domino House demo with hyphens in between. So yeah, just a little shout out to this thing here. Okay, so let's have a look at the chat and see how many people are already have turned off the stream. I don't think this is how you say it. What am I, a boomer? Oh, thank God I'm not. Looks like one of those games that I'd be terrible at, says Frank. Frank also makes a text adventure game, so I think this is to be taken with a grain of salt. And Schweini says, evening, thank you for making it to this stream, and welcome to this wonderful gray background here with a mouse pointer. Okay, so what I'm going to play now is, where is my Steam library? There we go. Into the Breach, because as you can see there, I got almost all the achievements. The only one that I'm missing is this one here, which is called Distant Friends. And I know what I have to do for this achievement, and in the end it comes down to luck. So for those of you who haven't played Into the Breach, I will just go through it, how it's being played, essentially just first couple of minutes, and while we're just trying to make a successful run. If it's something for you, which are you interested in, then please stick around. If not, then I'm sorry, because I will be playing Into the Breach for at least half an hour. Well, let's knock on wood. Great. That maybe I can manage to get this achievement. Well, if I'm lucky, I might get it. So I can start a new game or continue with the game that I have. You know what, let's abandon the timeline. But the cool thing is now that I can select one of my pilots, we will get into this in a minute, that survives this. Because at its heart, it's a turn-based roguelike. It's called chess with mechs. Well, it's not called, it's called Into the Breach, but essentially this is the elevator pitch, where you just have it's turn-based. You have 3 mechs with different abilities and enemies which are always greater in number than you are. So you have to be clever. You're a little bit overpowered, but then again there are some enemy combinations where it's going to be really hard. And once you beat the game, or once you fail, you get at least a chance to save one of the pilots, the mech pilots, for the next run. And to me, that's Camila Vera. This is the one that I've always been using because she doesn't get affected by webbing, which we'll also see in a bit. And you can see here previous timelines, I played 46 games with her and managed to have 15 final battles that she survived. How's the situation in Salzburg? Schweini asks, and yeah, before getting into the game, yeah, quick Corona update on Salzburg. I think there's a curfew starting tomorrow where you advised not to go out unless you have to. Social gatherings are cancelled. Some people were trying to have a flea market today for some reason, and police had to step in and disperse those people because I don't know why, but I didn't know this, but apparently some people really make their living off selling on flea markets. So yeah, it sucks for them. So yeah, this is the situation in Salzburg. The borders to Germany are locked down tomorrow at 8 AM. So, and I don't know if I have to work tomorrow, but it looks like it, because The good thing in my case is that I only work nights and I'm already pretty isolated there. But it's a little bit harder on my wife because she does the editing for news and information stuff, or what you can see on info screens, and also on a local TV station. So yeah, she's doing the news, and she's a little bit at risk because she has to work with all those the producers, which have contact with the camera people, which are of course always on the scene. So yeah, we hope we don't get it. We've been isolating ourselves, and that's pretty much it. In text adventures, you usually don't have time to time your typing precisely, Frank says. Yeah, in most adventure games, but I recall that I think there's at least one Infocom game, or was it an Infocom game, where you had a certain time limit and you had to do a lot of turns that involved typing. So if you got things wrong there, it had some kind of time limit. So what I'm getting to is it helped if you were fast at typing. Okay, so back to Into the Breach. So you have a different set of squads because, like I said, you got 3 mechs, and each mech has a different set of abilities and skills. For example, this mech here can shoot lasers, and you can see here in these very nice little animations how much this does damage to what enemies, but also to units that are on your side, on allied units. So in other sense, I can't stress this enough how well the UI is designed for this game, because it's all about giving you the information that you need to plan your move, to plan your turn, and see what it comes out, or what comes out in the end. But there's no randomness, or almost no randomness, or as it's called from Game Maker's Toolkit, was it called input randomness? In a sense, it's more like output randomness, where all the information, or was it output? Maybe I'm mixing things up. But the thing is, in contrast to Faster Than Light, which was Subset Games, that they were the creators of this game, the game they made before this one, and it was not all luck, but a lot was down to luck. What sector you were in, how hard the enemy was there, how much they would do damage to you, and it's pretty much all gone with Into the Breach. But we will see this, how cleverly this is done, and also the UI really showing you the effects of the different weapons that you have, that you can see it at a glance, even if you don't read the text what it does, that you can see how it affects you. You got a couple of squads there, they all have different abilities. And you can see there, I've almost unlocked all of them. I'm still lacking 1 achievement, and then I got 25 golden coins that I can use to unlock the secret squad. And I'm really curious about what the secret squad is. So those are all the achievements that I got, because I played this game, I think 300 hours or something. So yeah, it's always my, if I need to unwind, I just put on this game and don't do anything else. Just try to play some chess with mechs, and this is the one achievement that's still lacking, and it's the final coin that I need. So I'm going to play with the Zenith Guard. This is a pretty straightforward squad, but we will see how this plays. So the difficulty, I'm always playing on normal. There was an achievement to play on hard, but hard is really hard, where you have to outsmart the AI. So I think normal should be fine. By the way, I really dig this pixel art style, and there's also a little bit of story going on. So first we have to select there a starting island. I always start with Detritus Disposal, and that just gives you a little bit of overview what the CEO, the head of the office of this island is. Essentially, it's just this is the person or the corporation you have to save or just protect. Cool. I already got a power there because like I said, it's a roguelike, and you can carry with you at least one, or not at least, exactly one pilot from each run to the next. And this one is already at max level, as you can see here. And she got evasion, which means the mech is unaffected by webbing, and this is her standard ability. And also from previous runs, because your pilots during a run can also step up in experience and get new abilities. Her abilities are 1 mech reactor. This is just essentially skill tree points, which you can unlock, and this is the one that I use here. This is for ally immune. So this is very helpful so that you don't shoot your own people, because you can, and sometimes you have to use it sometimes if you're in a very tricky situation. And she got you 2 more HP. Cool. So about our other mechs that we have, this one here can just thrust itself into enemies, but it takes damage. And this is why we need to get one of those reactor cores, which is just points which you can spend into the reactor and then upgrade something. The problem is here, I need to attack enemies there, and I also have to take damage there. And this pilot doesn't have enough health points to make it through a battle. Between battles, your mechs always get repaired, but of course it's good when they don't die during a battle, because you lose your pilot and all their experience points. And finally, we got this mech here, which just is able to pull other enemies and throw a shield twice per battle. Okay, this was a lot of talking, so let's show you some of the game. So let's start with end the battle with less than 4 mech damage, so take less than 4 damage, and protect the power generator, which is just a tile there you have to protect on the playing field. So this is 8 by 8 tiles, it's like a chessboard, and as you can see here, it's very, very clear what everything means. When you hover over something, you can see their movement, area of movement in the next turn. You can see what you have to do, how many turns you got, and I really like this. And this is the power generator, the thing that doesn't need, that we should protect. So cool. Let's start this round. By the way, if something attacks one of, oh, we even got their time pod. Essentially, it's just a crate of upgrades, but you have to. This thing has to survive until the end of this battle there. The battle, as you can see here, victory in 4 turns. It's very short, relatively, so it's bite-sized, which I like very much. And the next thing you can see here, all those lines here and the damage modifier thingies here, everything is told to you at the beginning of your turn. So you know, if I don't do anything, this will happen. This enemy here will hit the power generator, and then we will have the bonus objective lost already. And this thing here will attack this mech here for 3 damage, killing it entirely. So this is not good. And I really like this, that we are given all this information and now we have to work with and then see what the enemy does, which we can't predict, but we can predict what it's planning to do in the next turn. Okay, so the first thing is that I want to get rid of, maybe, that I pull this thing here into the water, which is good, and I move this mech here on top of this tile. Oh, by the way, you can see here, this thing means in the next turn there's an enemy coming up through the ground, and this means that my unit will take 1 damage. So it's got 2 HP, so yeah, I shouldn't do this more often than once. Okay, so let's pull this here into the water, and we got an XP, and this mech is now freed. Before it was affected by webbing and couldn't move. So now I can just bump into this thing here, which just this Psi unit is a Scion shell unit, just gives enemies certain abilities. For example, in this, either it's more health or they explode when they are killed. And in this occasion, it just gives them more of armor in a sense, because as you can see here, when I'm hovering over this thing here, this gray rectangle means, yeah, it is shielded, so all the damage I do is diminished by 1. So let's get rid of this thing first. You can see here I took 1 damage, and here now this gray rectangle is removed, and now I can use this mech here and shoot into this direction. And you can see now it says 0 at my allied unit here, because this is the point that I invested. So far we're out of turns here, no one can turn, but this is good. Out of turns, out of moves for this turn. And let's say what the enemy does here. Sometimes it's also important to know in which succession, in which order enemies attack or what happens on the board. And this is also cleverly done. You just hover here over attack order and you can see here in numbers what will happen when. So okay, since I blocked the enemy here, I have to move away, and ideally either repair myself, which I will do, because I can essentially move once and attack once, or just attack once. So once you do your attack, the unit's move is over. So you know what, I'm going over the time pot here and collecting it, and I still got one action, and this will be going to repair myself. So with this one here, I move it here so that it's a little bit closer to where the enemies are approaching, and I will also heal it, because with this mech I got enough firepower to dispose of this enemy. Cool! Let's see what happens next. And now there are 4 enemies, which is... thank you, phone. A little problematic because we're just got 3 units. And yeah, enemies are sometimes a little bit dumb, as you can see here. This firefly is going to attack this bug here, but it's not enough. It will still try to attack my tank here. But again, you can see here, this unit is now affected by webbing, which means it can't move unless somehow it breaks free. So these grasshoppers here, or as they called leaper, they are very, very weak. Only got 1 health point, but they pack quite a punch with 3 damage. So you know what? I can pull this unit against myself, which hurts me, because when units are moving into others, they get damage usually by 1. But this is okay, because it only got 1 HP, and we even got experience points for disposing of this enemy. Cool. So the next threat that we have here is this bug attacking this tile here. If it hits, there's as you can see here, a 15% chance that it doesn't hit when an enemy attacks a building, but most of the time it means this building is gone. And you can see here this power grid, essentially this is just a health bar for your entire run. So whenever a building gets destroyed, one of those buildings here where there's just 1 building, you lose 1 of those bars here. And if it's a building with like 2 buildings there, it's 2 bars. And once all those bars are gone, your run is done. That's nice. Your run is done. So okay, so this thing here is our biggest threat now. But it's okay, because I can just shoot this one here. And you know what? Now, because this thing here sits on a conveyor belt, the conveyor belt always moves first. As we can see here in the attack order, environment, excuse me, environment is number 1. So the conveyor belts always move, which would mean the conveyor belt moves this bug here, and then it shoots. Damn it, it shoots my unit here, and this would die. So what I'm going to do now instead is I'm moving this unit here and going to attack this unit here. So it moves onto this spot. So now when the conveyor belt moves by 1, it sits here and then shoots this one and causes 1 damage. This is the plan, so let's see how well this turns out. I love it. And this now just hits nothing. Okay, we still got 4 enemies. And I think this is manageable. There's just still 1 turn. And we need to finish with less than 4 damage, which looks good. And if we can protect now the power generator in this move, we're going to be good. So first thing is I pull this thing here into the water and it's gone. So I only have to worry about those here. The biggest problem here is that those 2 are attacking the same buildings here. So if both of them hit, it's going to be bad. But the good thing here is that they're in a row here, so I can just attack, and they're done. And now move into this one here, and they're all killed. You don't have to kill all of them, you just have to survive long enough until you run, or this battle runs out of turns. But I think we did quite well here. By the way, those alien bug creatures are called the Vec. I don't know why, but why not? So you can see here, I got here 1 star. In the end, after each of those islands, once you've finished one of those islands, you can spend those stars, reputation as it's called, for certain upgrades. And I got the time pod, which is just a random loot crate, which we will see what was in there. And now, since I protected the power generator, you can see here the grid just got 1 bar plus. So this is good. You always want to have this maxed out, because in the final battles you're probably going to need it. And the civilians protected, this means how many of those buildings got destroyed, and in our case none, so we got 1000 points. So what was in this pod, in this time pod? It's a new it's Ghana, it's a new pilot which we can use or don't use, and a reactor core which we can distribute or use here for certain upgrades, for example health, or if you have a pilot that uses also some special abilities like preemptive strike, which I like very much, you can use it here. But we will keep our pilot here, and she uses ally immune. And for me the most important thing here with this squad is that the tank here gets this 1 health point, or this one reactor core, that it has more health points that it can attack on each turn. This is good. So now we can choose which one we shall attack next or tackle next. So this, as you can see now, you can clearly say before taking a battle or before entering in a battle what the rewards will be. Here it's 1 reputation point and 1 little power grid flash or lightning bolt, and I think we will go for this. So kill at least 7 enemies and protect the coal plant. So those colored squares are teleporters, so they do what you probably suppose they would do. If you step into one, you appear on the other. This is for myself as well as for the enemy units. Okay, so if you've seen what happened here, this leaper tried to constrain the movement of this unit here via webbing, but it didn't work because my pilot here is immune to webbing, which is very helpful. So it would be nice if I just could attack those things from this tile here, but I can't step on this tile because as soon as I step on here I will appear here, which is not too good. So I will need a way to get rid of those, or at least that these buildings don't take damage. And of course this ugly bug here is already attacking or planning to attack the power plant. And now you might wonder what's it with those green things here, those green puddles. Those are acid pools, and acid stands for, I have no idea what, it's an acronym, but it says acid. Essentially, if you step on it, nothing happens, but it could happen to you or enemy units. When you step on, you take twice the damage. And if it's an enemy unit that steps onto it, well, this is good, but if it's you, you have to repair yourself to get rid of this status effect. But sometimes you just have to take it. So I think let's think. If I attack now with this one here, I get this acid effect, but I can take out this enemy, which I think we will do. And now I need to get rid of this one here. So what I'm going to do is what I did in the last round. I will pull this one in, and now I can step here and attack this enemy here. And we're out of enemies, and those are 2 that are approaching. I hope this makes sense to you. Please let me know in the chat if you're still following this or find it interesting, or if you've tuned out long ago. It probably stands for acid can injure dummies. This is a wonderful explanation for this acronym, and I think if it doesn't stand for it, it should work. Because what I always like, if an acronym, there's one point in the acronym stands for the acronym itself. Like, wasn't this not some text editor or something? And yeah, I don't know. There was one piece of software that was recursively an abbreviation of itself. This was fun. Okay, so again, I undo the movement. You can undo the movement, but just the movement. When you move one enemy and then move the other and attack, then you can't undo the movement. And there is the option that to reset a turn just once per battle. So this we probably should save until we realize that we really have made an error. So you know what, I have to really get rid of the passive bonus here, because again this is just giving other enemies additional armor. So what I'm going to do, yeah, let's do it. Let's do it very straightforwardly. Bam, now it's gone. And now I can attack this one here. And this unit I probably should repair. So yeah, it's looking good. Already killed 5 enemies, so like you have seen in the past battle, we could step onto those tiles and then the enemy would bump against us, we would take 1 damage, but the enemy wouldn't appear for another round. But since we need to kill at least 7 enemies, I always let them appear, so there's more potential for us to kill them. GNU is not Unix. Right. Wonderful, thank you. I think this was the acronym that I was thinking about. Was it? I'm not quite sure. Okay, so usually my priorities are: is a unit or is an enemy attacking a unit, or is an enemy attacking a building, or yeah, a building or another tile that should not take damage. So in this case, they're all attacking units, which is good because this means I don't have to kill them all or don't have to diffuse the situation. So let's see what happens here. Okay, so what I wanted to do was just step out of the way here, and this enemy here would attack. I just undid my movement here, so that this enemy would attack this grasshopper here. But since this moves first, it would already kill here my tank, so this is not good. This was escape. But I can move with my tank. Since it's affected by webbing and I can't move it, but I can attack it, and the tank's attack is to crash into things, and if I let it here crash against the side of this board, it doesn't take damage, but it breaks the webbing. So now I can just move aside and have this unit here attack this one when it's the enemy's turn, which is helpful. And then we have killed 7 enemies, so let's do this. Wonderful. Okay, so there are just 3 more enemies. Okay, this one's attacking a building, this one's attacking a building. This is not too good, but okay, this looks manageable. So let's hit this one here. And the good thing here is now, when I'm attacking with my tank, let's do this again. This one here, if you bump one enemy against an object, like another enemy or a building or a mountainside, it's like being between a rock and a hard place. It takes 1 additional damage. And also the other thing, whatever it is, takes at least 1 damage in this case also. So with just 1 move I can dispose of 2 enemies. And we're done. And this unit doesn't even have to move. So I think you got a good understanding of this game and why it's so interesting, because every turn is like a little puzzle in itself that you have to figure out and be very creative about it. Cool. So now we can, as always, like I said, you can choose where to go, and since this one here has a high reward, it's also more risky. So defend the train here, and this train will go from this side here until the end of the battle to this side there. Of course, we need to make sure that it reaches the other side. I'm pretty fast here with my initial positioning. I just do it by gut feeling. I have no bigger plans. Okay, so this is not good. This unit is here already fortified. So if I would be attacking this, I can't kill it because 1 damage is absorbed by the armor. Undo, undo, undo. How do I undo it? I didn't do much. Okay, so first I want to get rid of this thing here that has this passive bonus to all enemies, so I just bump it and it's gone. The next thing here is that I want to get rid of this ugly thing, so now the train can move here and it won't be affected. But what about this here? Well, I can put this here in between my unit and it takes 1 damage, but at least the civilian buildings aren't affected. So yeah, let's see if this turns out well for me. Okay, so just 1 more hit and this unit's gone. So and there are 3 more enemies. But this is good. This is good. This is manageable, because with this I'm already in a position where I can, yeah, even repair this one unit here. And you know what? I will stick it on top of this emerging enemy, just repair it, then it will bump it. This unit will still take 1 damage, but at least we got 1 enemy less to worry about. And when it's the last turn of the battle, enemies who were trying to break through don't try it again, as you can see here, because it's of no use, so at least we got this out of our way. Cool, so this is very straightforward, just shoot this one here, and bump against this one, and we're done. But at least it's not so hard, because we're still here on the first island, but things will get a little bit more dicey later on. Cool. So now let's pick this one here, and I think after we can't after this battle here, there will be the boss battle of this island. We can't do all the sectors. We have to really choose which sectors we unlock, because then the others are lost to the enemies, and then we will have to defend the corporate HQ. But we will see this after this battle here. So, kill 4 enemies inflicted with acid. You already know what acid means, and you can see here that we have an additional unit on the field, which is this little tank there. It doesn't do any damage. It has 1 hit point, but it spews acid onto enemies. So this unit we have to really protect that it survives long enough that we have killed at least 3 to 4 enemies with acid. So how do we do this? Well, first we move it out of harm's way, and now I'm just spewing acid onto this one, and it already had 1 health point, so it doesn't have a half health point, but it's okay. So first let's get rid of this fortifying bastard, and then pull this one against this unit here, and we already have 1 enemy killed with acid. And we won't be able to kill this one here in this turn, but at least it will take damage, and since we got enough health points, this 1 damage that it causes, it's not going to be a problem, because we're a beautiful unicorn. Cheers. That's not easily affected by these kind of troubles. Okay, the good thing is this hopper, or what's it called, leaper, this grasshopper here, stepped into a puddle of acid itself, because enemies are dumb. Okay, what shall we do? You know what, I'm going to hit this one here also. Now I can... this was bad. Okay, undo. Because I can't pull this enemy against myself, because then we will be dead. So what I'm going to do is now I'm going to block this the path of this enemy again, and just shoot into this direction, so that this doesn't get affected by webbing. Then I take this enemy here to dispose of that one, because this one is packing quite a punch. And now I can repair myself here, because this enemy's shot will go on an empty tile. So this is good, but then we will have to deal with 4 enemies in the next turn. So I hope this was a good decision. Okay. Good. So let's make sure that all the enemies are affected with this acid here. And okay, this enemy, when I'm not blocking it or destroying it, it will shoot just onto the border here, and so nothing bad will happen. So now I can take this one here and just get rid of this one. Cool. Now I'm already, yeah, maybe it's good if I just make sure that this enemy won't be there in the next turn, so I just make it go away. And this one here, I just pull it one tile closer to me, so now its attack goes into the water, and we should be good. So I only need to kill 1 enemy with acid, and at least we've fulfilled all the bonus objectives. Okay, so a lot of stuff is going on here, which is bad. So okay, this one attacks a building, this one attacks a building, and this one attacks a building. But like I said, it's cool. We got 3 mechs, so if one of them takes out at least in one other enemy, we should be fine. And this is what I'm going to do. This one shoots this here. This one gets rid of this one. And here we take care of this one. So we still need one enemy to be killed with acid. But the good thing is this enemy will kill this one because acid means twice the damage. And barely we will make it through this round with all the bonus objectives fulfilled. Amazing. Man, I'm really rocking this game. And one of our units got promoted. And this means new mech 2 plus 2 mech HP. So this means I can use this one health point here, this reactor core, and put it into somewhere else. What I want to do is to save up on 3 reactor cores that I can have +1 damage. And you know what? This +1 damage for 3 reactor cores not only works for this tank mech, but also for this laser mech. So when I'm able to afford 3 more reactor cores, I will stick it right into this mech. And until then, I just use this one here for movement, because the other thing that you really want to have going for yourself is being able to move as far as you can to have more options. Okay, so we need to fight the boss of this island. In this case, it's this scorpion leader. So a boss means that you can't kill them by just nudging them into the water, and they got a lot of health points comparison to the others, and a much bigger area of attack. As you can see here, this is pretty nasty. This scorpion here was using webbing to fix my tank here in place, so it will cause 2 damage to all adjacent tiles. But then of course this thing here also used webbing and will probably hit my tank here with 3. But this is not going to happen, because if you look here at the attack order, the boss always attacks first. And if this one here attacks, it causes 2 damage, but it pushes my tank back 1 tile. All other tiles, if there are any units, it gets pushed back by 1. So this attack here will actually be ineffectual, which is good. So the next problem that we have here is that this thing here has this passive bonus, gives out the passive bonus, which means of course armor for all the enemy units. And what I could do here now is just take 2 damage and be done with it, but I can also pull my tank away from the webbing and attack the boss from this side, and now it will kill its own minion. Man, I'm so clever. Okay, our next puzzle. This is also not too good. It's good that the boss always attacks first, but then it attacks here the corporate HQ, and this is one of the bonus objectives that we have to fulfill. So we want to destroy this enemy, but also not kill ourselves. Okay, what I'm going to do now is I'm trying now to kill the boss before it can attack the building. Let's see how this works, or if it works. So first I move here my tank out of the webbing, that I can attack the boss from this side here, and it takes 2 damage. And then, damn it, now when I try now to attack with this mech from this side here, I can't. I will kill this one here, but the boss will still take 1 damage, and worse even, I will also damage here the corporate tower, and any building just has 1 hit point. So this is bad. You know what? I will reset the turn now, which we can only do once per battle, and see if there's another solution to this. And there might be. So what I'm going to do now is get rid of this enemy here. And man, I really can't attack the boss here, and I only got 3 turns to kill it. So I need to get closer to this boss to be able, to dispose of it. You know what? I will break free now of the webbing by going here and have 1 enemy less to worry about in the next round. But man, we still got here those two enemies attacking with very strong attacks, those two buildings. But this enemy here, this unit here, got this nice feature here, that's the shield projector, and this means I can throw a shield of 2 consecutive tiles onto something twice per battle. And this is good because now the shield will be gone, but at least nothing will take damage now. Only this one here. Oh, good. Okay, so I really need to take care of this enemy now. Any way that I know how. Ah, man, again the problem. We only got 2 turns, so after this turn here, with the next attack, I need to get rid of this thing here. So what can I do? Well, first I can get rid of this one here, but then we will have, yeah, we have 3 enemies now. This is going to be really hard, but at least this one here doesn't take a lot of, or cause a lot of damage. Okay, this is bad. Well, not so much. Okay, so this is not too bad. So this one here is attacking another mech. If I step out of the way, nothing will happen. This unit here will attack the buildings, but they are already protected by a shield, so nothing will happen. This enemy here will attack this mech, but if I move it out of the way, its attack will go into the water. So we're good. So I can attack now here the enemy just once, and it's still got 1 HP left. But you know what? I can use this very weak unit, pull it against me, and get +7 XP for killing the boss. And now I can take my pick with which enemy I want to kill. You know what? Let's take this enemy here. Like I said, my laser beam will also affect any other tiles that are at the end of it, but since we also know that these buildings are secured or protected by the shield will be gone, but so will be the enemy. And that's this boss battle, and we haven't taken any damage to any of our buildings. So this round went extraordinarily well. So I got here some more reputation points, and because we got all the reputation points or all those rewards, we didn't miss a single bonus objective. We got a perfect island, which means we can pick 1 additional reward. So I usually always pick here to overpower the grid, which means I got +4 grid defense, so it would be there would be a 90% chance that an enemy attack on any of my buildings wouldn't cause a problem. Or we could pick a different pilot or an additional pilot, or we can pick something like this, explosive vents, just for free, a pretty good new ability that we can mount onto our mech, but it will require some power. With this squad here, usually I'm always going for the safe option, that is just as my reward. If you just watch closely here what happens to the grid defense if I take it, we're here at 19% defense. Sometimes I get it even up to the 30s, which is good, so it means, yeah, 1 in 3 shots will to my buildings or power pylons, as it is in the end battle, will be deflected, which is good. So now I got here my reputation of 8 stars, and now I can spend the reputation at the end of each island. You can see here this is the shop, so all of those cost 2 reputation. There's also 1 that's in sale. This is quite helpful actually, and I think I will go for this. So as you can see here, if power grid is reduced to 1, all buildings gain shields. So if this is really down to 1, everything gets a shield, so we get a second chance. This is very helpful in bigger runs, and you know what, let's take this. And the other thing is that I said I want to stock up there on reactor cores. So I take 2 reactor cores, and I still got here 1 corporate reputation. If I don't spend it now, I can't carry it over to the next island, so I really have to spend it here. And let's spend it on here, more grid defense. And that's it. Now we can pick the next island. And after at least 2 islands, an additional island will appear here. where the end battle for this run will take place. So we can take a pick whether we want to trigger the ending or the final battle after 2 islands, 3 or 4 islands even. And of course, the longer you wait, the harder this end battle will be. But my strategy is always I make my way from this island over to this Archive Ink Island, so just from one to the next. So let's pick the Snow Island. We got a little bit of flavor text, but first, you can see here we got 2 reactor cores. We still need 3 reactor cores for this mech here. But this one here, if we take one of the move down, now this one does additional damage. And I think this should, yeah, help us a lot. So kill all enemies before they retreat. I'm not feeling it. A block Vex spawning 3 times also is not too easy, because most of the times you just have all your hands full that they don't attack buildings. But freeze and defend both robots. This is nice. So you can see here there are 2 robots. The bad thing is those will move around and cause a lot of damage because they are enemy units, but you can't attack them. You have to use this tank here to freeze them, much like you would affect them or shoot them, spray them with acid in the other round before. So we have to make sure that the other robot that we can't attack in this turn doesn't do too much damage. And you can see already here we have a new unit that we hadn't before, that is Alpha Hornet here, and this has 2 damage each. So if I'm hovering over this now, you can see here on the power grid, when I'm hovering it, this will be the damage to the power grid. And like I said, once this is gone, the run is over. So we have to get creative what to do with it. So this is not going to be easy. So the first thing that I want to do is to make sure that this robot here is frozen, and that I have to keep it frozen. Okay, then I think this robot here, man, this is really tough because it will cause at least okay, I have to take one for the team either way. Okay, you know what? Let's sacrifice one of those buildings here. There's a 1 in 4 chance that it will not be affected, but I think it will be. So because I'm using here now my shield for this turn to secure at least those buildings here, so at least those are safe. So I can't move through enemy units here with my tank, so this is also bad because everything's blocking each other. But at least with this mech I can attack from this side. Now you can see those things here are on fire now, which is also a helpful status effect, because fire will cause 1 damage each round. And as you can see here in the attack order, it will always be the first thing that happens. So if you have an enemy unit with 1 HP that's already burning and ready to attack, don't have to worry about it because the fire will kill it before it causes any damage. Also includes bosses. Okay, so let's see if we are lucky. Yes, it resisted. So this is good. We didn't take a damage. Okay, so now we have a problem. Now we have a problem. Oh my god. Okay, so what the hell is happening here? Well, as you can see here, this thing here, this unit shoots out this kind of projectile, whatever it is, some kind of blobby crystals, and it will attack each adjacent tile when it explodes, and this is bad because it can wreak havoc, especially if it's in between rows of buildings. It only has 1 HP, but we need to take care of it. The next problem we have here is that I can't get through with my with my ice tank to freeze this robot. On the upside is this robot will shoot in this straight line here. The downside is that it will also break the ice on this robot, so this one will be back in action in the next round, which is bad. The good thing is that this enemy here, like I said, it's got 1 HP and it's burning now, so this one will burn up before it attacks these 2 buildings. But this Blood Scion here has a passive bonus, which means it grants enemies additional health, and I think it even heals them. So it might be good if I just take it out as soon as I can. So this is good. Now, because I can't do anything with this tank here, or at least not what I want, that is freeze this other robot, I can freeze another enemy unit, and this one is very pesky, as I've explained, so this one won't be attacking unless, of course, its ice is being broken. Okay, so what to do now with this tank here? I can bump this one off, but I probably don't need it. I could attack this one here, but then my enemy unit or my unit will be straight in the path of this robot, which is also not good. So, you know what? I will keep this unit here and again pull this one against me. And this is the turn. I hope you can follow. So good, the fire damage took care of this one. Now 2 robots are back in action and there's another enemy approaching. Okay, good. Okay, bad. What's happening now? This enemy here got the webbing around our poor robot, which we need to keep freezing all those robots, and we still only got 2 turns left, so with each turn we need to freeze at least 1 robot. So this is why I'm moving this one up here, so that I can freeze this robot here. Good. Now let's step out of the way of this one here and repair ourselves. And this firefly here attacks the other unit. Why does it do this? Well, to break the ice. So we don't allow it to break the ice. And you know what? Let's even step on this emerging unit there. That the only thing that's still moving will be this robot. So hopefully that we can freeze it in the next turn. And then we'll have all the bonus objectives completed. Good. Okay, this is good. And we're done. Good. Man, I love strategizing like this. This is why I like all those XCOM games, especially the newer ones. I don't know, has any one of you played Phoenix Point? Because I'm not quite sure if I would like it, because I've heard that it's getting very hard later on. But who knows? But with some of those games where there's a progression, as with XCOM, at first it might be that you have a really tough and really hard start, but once you've made it over the bump, then your units become increasingly stronger, and the game will become easier. Okay, what next to pick? Break 5 buildings out of the ice, but take less than 3 grid damage. I think we can take less than 3 grid damage, but then again, sometimes it's just, if one thing goes wrong, it's just a cascade of shit that's going to happen. Kill all enemies before they retreat. You know what? Let's try this here. And you can see here the problem is that they are all there in ice. So we need to break them free of the ice and then kill them. And I think one, oh, there's another pod. This is good. Okay, so the robots broke free. For one thing, this is bad, because they cause quite a lot of damage, but then it's good, on the other hand, because they just only take 1 health point. So if this enemy attacks now, this robot attacks now those 2 here, it already kills this robot here. Then let's go over here. You know what? Let's use my tank here and break free this Scion, because this one gifts every other enemy unit more health, or I think even regenerating health. So this is what we really don't want. And I also don't want this robot here, so this is gone. Cool. So let's see how that goes. Okay, now those 2 here broke out. Ah, this is bad. This is bad. Okay, again we have to save here our coal plant, and this one here is quite adamant about killing our coal plant. So this is attacking a building. This is attacking a building. This robot is attacking 2 buildings, and this is attacking our primary target, or our main objective there. Okay, what to do? And yeah, with this unit here, all I can do is can get rid of this one enemy here, which is not a lot of help. Then with my tank here, I can't really attack this robot here because I would bump into it and then it crashes into these buildings and those buildings would crumble, or at least one of those two. But with my tank I also can't get farther enough that I can get rid of any of those here. So, you know what, let's go here and, oh god, yeah, let's not do this, because as you can see here, if I bump into this robot, then it would bump into my unit and it only got 1 HP left, so this is bad. Man, this is tough, and I also can't maneuver it here and then shoot a shield onto my coal plant, because then I don't have the robot, the tank that attacks the robot here. Oh man, this is all very, very bad. Yeah. What I could do is, yeah. Okay, like I said before, this is going to be you only have to mess up once and it's going to have a ripple effect through the battle. Okay, so we have now 3 buildings under attack, which means in the worst case, yeah, we got our power grid down to here. Yeah, this was bad. At least this was saved, and this is bad. So okay, we got, yeah, the worst case scenario. But now things are looking up, at least a little bit. So if I bump into this unit here, now my unit is burning, which is bad, but I can repair it in the next move, I hope. And I will shoot the robot here, and I will also repair myself here. You know what, maybe this we won't be able to make all the bonus objectives here, because this thing here still got 4 HP, and I probably can't attack with my tank here because it got 1 health point left. So this is not enough. So I just can move it here out of harm's way, and all I can do now is pull this one closer in. But now when I'm trying to attack this, it will only get half its health down, but still damage this building here. You know what? Continue. You know what? Let's undo the move here. And yeah, just wait it out, and I didn't kill all the enemies before the retreat, so we won't get a bonus for a perfect island later on, which is bad, but hey, you do what you gotta do. So we failed this bonus objective. But at least we got the time pod, and chances are that there's a reactor core in there. And hey, look, Lily Reed gained +3 movement on first turn of every mission. This might be helpful, especially when you want to maneuver yourself in a good position for starters. But what I think what we should do is, you know what? Use this here to deploy anywhere on the map. Continue. So we can also cause some damage to the enemies. Okay, let's break 5 buildings out of the ice, or block 3 times. You know what, let's try this buildings thing here. Okay, so let's, yeah, why not here? And now you can see here I can deploy it anywhere, and if I deploy it here, all those enemies take already 1 hit, which is, sometimes it saves you a lot, because as we've seen it, sometimes when you bump into an enemy, or you can only bump into an enemy and not really affect it fully, if they only got 1 health, this is enough to get rid of them. So one thing I'm going to do here is get rid of this bad enemy here, and I will have to kill this one. It's Blood Scion, and this is good. And you know what? This one here will break 1 building out of the ice, which is also something that we need. So I'm going to attack now this building here to break it out of the ice, which is good. Wonderful. Okay, I'm not going to mess with this enemy. I'm not going to bother with that enemy, but this one here is a problem, but I can bump it ever so slightly. that it breaks this building out of the ice and this one, and we have all our buildings broken out of the ice. Big problem that we're having now is that there's a lot of enemies in the next turn that are out on the wild or in the wild. So I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to block at least one enemy now here. Oh, I even overdid it. Now we broke 6 buildings out of the ice. Oh, that's wonderful. Okay, so now things are going to be problematic. Okay. It's not as bad as it seems. We got a lot of enemies, but only 3 of them are attacking buildings, and we got 3 mechs. So if we can... Oh, damn it. Oh, no, this works. This should work. Okay, the first thing is... let's have them attack each other. That's always fun. Then... I'm going to get rid of this one here. And as you can see, this enemy here will attack this building here, and it's gone. If I move my tank here in between, well, it take 1 damage and the tank will die. But I can repair the tank now, and it should survive it with at least 1 health point. While those are infighting over there, this is good. Still 2 turns and another enemy. This is going to be bad. Could be worse, could be worse. Okay, I can't attack with my tank now, but I can at least do the same thing as before and use it as a buffer in between. Okay, now I really have to get rid of this enemy unit here, which is good. And finally, only this one is attacking this one here, but we can also pull it in. Enemies are infighting. None of the buildings are at risk. We broke 5 or 6 out of them out of the ice. I would say success on all fronts. Cool. So as I said in the beginning, that I would like to finally get this one last achievement, that is Distant Friends. And I also said that I know what I need to do to get this achievement. The thing is, for this achievement you need to be on a map where there are already some broken mountains there, they're cracked mountains. And sometimes there's a couple of pixels that are yellow glow, which means you have then to destroy the mountain. Move 1 unit on this yellow glow, then a pod appears and you have to move another unit onto the pod. The thing is, I think it only happened once in my playthrough that I managed to do this, and it was only in the last 2 or even the last turn, and I couldn't do it. I couldn't get to it, and this is why I didn't have it. So it's apparently a lot of luck involved. Okay, so what do we want to do? Do we want to have an easier mission that if we just protect the coal plant that we gain some more power on the grid? Or are we going to go all in, but it's high threat, which means we need to defend the robots, and this time we need to defend robots. Those are just moving about and laying mines, ice mines, so if a unit goes over there and makes contact with the mine, it just freezes there in place. You know what? This is a stream. I'm going to make things more interesting, so let's try this. So those are the robots that we have to protect. And now those are friendly units, so the enemies are likely to attack them. And you can see here they just leave in their wake a single mine there. Okay, so this is bad, and this is also bad, and oh my god, we're already in a pretty bad situation. Okay, even if I attack this one here, with my I think this is all we can do. This unit here will burn up before it's able to attack our precious robot, which is good. But, damn it, the downside here is that I can't protect all those buildings here, and they pack quite a punch. I think it's the 3rd time that I said packs a punch, but yeah, apologies. So I can only save these 2 buildings here, so yeah. Oh, it resisted, my god, this was good. This was good. Okay, so let's hope that one of those enemies steps into... no. please, no, steps into one of those mines, because the enemies don't know where the mines are. Okay, we have a problem here that we really need to make sure that our robot doesn't get killed by this blast here. Then, yeah, I think this is all we can do is attack this one here. Now, with the next turn, I need to repair it. Because I can't attack this one here. Because if I step here, I get frozen. Even if I would be able to step here and would, yeah, take for granted that I get burned, I can't step here because I don't have enough room to step around those units there. If I go here, I'm in the water, and when I'm in the water, the game says, oh no, I undid it, it says waterlogged and I can't attack. So it's really important that you don't have your enemies or your units end up in water on one turn, because they will be just sitting ducks for the enemies there. So the most sensible thing to do would be to try to attack this unit here, that it doesn't just keep firing those nasty mines over there. And you can see here cyan regeneration. This unit here just regenerated 1 health point for this, so this is bad. Okay, this is not too good. Not good. Yes, finally, at least one enemy was stupid enough to move onto this mine here. But damn it, now I can't do anything with my tank here. This is bad. But I can move it out of harm's way. Move it here and repair it. And with this unit here, I shoot now in this direction. So at least this helped. And what can I do now here? Not a lot, it turns out. Because this scorpion here is going to attack those buildings. So let's... I only got 1 health point myself, so all I can do is throw a shield on it and hope that it won't cause too much of a problem. Then, yeah, this thing here is now fully healed, so yeah, the only thing that I can hope for is that I'd be able to pull it into the water if I have to. Okay, this is bad. This is really bad. And yeah, this is also bad. Yeah, we're doomed. We're doomed. Okay. What to do? What to do? I can save 1 robot. I could save 1 robot. Or I could save one of those buildings there. No, I can't, because I don't have... This unit is pretty much useless now. This unit is useless because I don't have any more shield projectors left, users left. And I can't attack it. Oh, you know what? I can do one thing. I can pull an enemy like this there into the water, but man, it doesn't really help much. It doesn't really help much. And those there are attacking. What can I do with this here? Also not much. Also not much. If I shoot in this direction, then I hurt myself here. The only thing that I can do is if I go into this. Yeah, and then? But now what? Okay, you know what? At least I try to mitigate here the effect on these buildings there. So this is bad. And now... Okay, so... We will lose 1 robot. This is bad. But we also didn't make a perfect island anyway. And this one here will, in the worst case, destroy 1 building, so 1 bar on the power grid. So let's see how it turns out. Yeah. Yes. But at least this stupid mine up there didn't do any damage at all. Mission complete. Cool. And let's see if the next battle has some cracked mountains in there that we can... Oh good, we got an additional move here. So you know what? What was really problematic here was now that my unit had too little health. But oh, you know what? We already got here a reactor or a reactor core there, so I could up my health. So this is going to be helpful. Okay, so let's brace ourselves here for the boss battle. Okay, so this bug here, is already problematic, so I just go here. And if I... yeah, this should work. Okay, good night, Frank. Thank you so much for staying. I hope you have a wonderful week. You never know what will happen, so yeah, just take care and see you probably next week with my next stream. Thanks also for watching this long. Okay, so you can see this thing here got an obscene amount of health, also because we got here this cyan regeneration thing here. But now at least it doesn't regenerate, and this one here will cause a fire tiles on pretty much everything that it passes. So this is bad, but yeah, attack early as soon as we can. Good. Okay, could be worse. So at least this enemy is already burning there. Okay, good. So all those enemies are pretty much concerned with attacking this unit here. So this should buy us some time where I can catch fire, but at least get rid of the boss monster there. This is already burning, so you know what? I mean, I will burn. No, everything's burning now, but at least I can repair these things, and yeah, this is what we do. We're going to repair our units, and until then we just eat the fire damage. You can see those cracked mountains here. If they are start to glow in, I think in these pixels there, yellow, then this is our time to move. Okay, so we got a lot of enemies attacking us there, but at least, okay, still 2 turns. This should be possible. So what to do? Okay, first, this scorpion here has too many hit points that we can kill it in one stroke, so just move it there and get it out of harm's way. So now I'm going to repair myself, which makes the fire go away, to be very sophisticated in my language. And this was pretty much it. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enemies now in the next turn, so the next turn is probably going to be the hardest. And now we're burning again. Okay, so this was not too good. Oh damn it, this is bad. This is very bad. Okay, this unit will probably die in this move. Ah man, and this unit, I have to repair it. I even can't move it in between somewhere. And it's most important that we save here the building, the corporate tower. But you know what, the corporate tower, even if it's destroyed, we won't get this bonus objective, and this one also counts as 1 bar there on the power grid. So since those two are attacking the same building there, oh no, it's 2 buildings, which means if one of them breaks through, then we lose 2 power building. Oh no, this one I can't get. Man, this is very bad. This is very bad what happens here. Yeah, you know what? Let's save this unit here and just sacrifice 2 power bars and this unit here. I'm really sorry, Big B Sing, but yeah, I think that's it. I can't do anything else. Really I can't. I can pull this one in by 1, I can pull this one into the fire, but since it's the last turn... yes, sorry. It resisted, at least it resisted, yeah. Could have been a little bit worse. Could have been a little bit worse, but... Man, this is not my finest hour. The good thing is that we got another pilot there. Deceased, yeah, we got another pilot available for us. If a pilot dies and you don't have anyone in storage, it means that with the next battle, the mech will be AI controlled, which means you can steer it as with any living pilot, but you don't have any perks of the pilots, and of course the AI doesn't level up or doesn't gain experience. So this is when you can avoid it, avoid it. So which one shall we choose? +2 mech HP or gain +3 move on the first turn of every mission. And we got +1 reactor. You know what, let's use this and use the reactor here for additional health, because this is very important. And yeah, let's spend our reputation, and I will going to spend it here now for my power grid and 1 reactor core. And I can also sell or donate, as the game calls it, something that I don't need, for example pilots or special abilities, but it only gives us 1 reward point. But sometimes if you're pressed to really get 1 core or just 1 weapon that you really want, it can be helpful. So we get 1 additional core, so no +1 damage for us here, but at least this mech here is pretty much stuffed to the brain with technology. And we could already go here for the final mission, but you know what? Let's go to Archive Inc. first and see maybe if there are any mountains that have cracks in them. No. So, man, I really don't want these defend the train missions because they are too hard for me, especially here in the later missions, but yeah. This is all you can do. So, you know what? Let's attack this one here and burninate the other ones and hope that we can manage to do this. Okay, so you can see this snake enemy here. This is quite interesting. But yeah, you will see how it attacks. Ah, this is bad. So this snake enemy goes down into the ground and then appears somewhere, and where it attacks, it has 3 tiles of effect. So this is very bad. And what's also bad is because it sticks in the ground, you can't shove it, and once you attack it, it just retreats into the ground, and yeah, this is not too good. And the other thing is here, those little icons there, those flashy stars, that means that when this unit is killed, it explodes and causes 1 damage to each adjacent tile. And because we want to keep here our train going, this is also something we don't want. So if I'm going to attack now, yeah, this one here, at least the enemies won't explode. But then again, yeah, I need to save here the defense slab. So, but now here, man, the train is pretty much gone, right? So all I can do is now to pull maybe, because when the train crashes with something, it just derails and then it just sits there, and if it's hit again, then it's gone. So I don't think we will get any points or bonus objectives for the train. So all I can hope for is that at least we can save the defense lab. So yeah, I'm going to pull this one by 1 and hope that it hits this. But yeah, it's not good. This is not good. Yay. But now it attacks the train and the train's gone. And that's it. And now everything is attacking everything else. So now the train is just a sitting duck. So it says here defend the damaged train, so we get at least 1 point should it survive. But now I really have to get out of this situation here, because my tank is burning and already dead. And yeah, this is also bad. There's a lot of things that are bad in this situation here, so... Okay, so this will hurt. This will hurt now, because we might lose up to 3 bars. Lost 1 and lost 2 more, so... And the train. This game, you can see, as soon as you are in a tough spot, it's relentless. And I'm not even playing on hard, I'm playing on medium. There are just too many enemies here. So I move here, and now I've escaped into this one patch of water, but at least it extinguished the flames there. Okay, so I need to get this unit out here, or somehow else just saved. But I can't. So this one, or maybe, can I? No, I can't. this unit will die once again, but this time with Lily Reed, our pilot. Or I can't repair it because it will take 3 damage from this enemy. It will take 1 damage from this enemy. I can use shields, but only for other units. So this one will die again. The only enemy that I can kill in this round is maybe this one. Yeah, let's do this. Oh god. And this was the unit, and now. But hey, at least the defense lab. At least the defense lab survived it. Ah, damn it. This is bad. This is bad. But hey, we got a time pod. Maybe we got another. No, we didn't get another pilot. But look at this. Repairing 1 mech will affect all other mechs. So maybe we can use this to our advantage. Is there any mech that has a free slot? Yes, of course. This one has. But you know what? I got here 3 reactor cores, and I will use them all here for this mech because, let's be honest, this is the most important mech because since it affects all enemies in one line, this is what we're going to use here. And we got Colin Torcasio. At least he got 2 mech HP, so this is at least that's something. Oh god, yeah, this is not good. Kill at least 7 enemies and protect the coal plant. Oh, look at this. This is fun because those red things here are mines. And what yours is mine. Well, not quite. But the good thing is, as soon as an enemy steps on them, it explodes. But also, if you move a unit on it, it explodes. So let's just hope the enemy is dumb enough that it steps onto those things. And it's not. It's not. But they've decided to gang up on this tank here, so if I just step away, it should be fine. And because I damaged this snake enemy there, it also escaped, or at least it went down, which is also good. And here, you know what? You know what I can do? I can pull this enemy here into the mine, and that's that. Cool. Man, I love this game, but I hate it. You know what? I didn't realize that I enjoyed roguelike so much until I realized that I had a lot of fun with the original Rogue, which I also played on this channel, I think last year or something. And I've played a lot of roguelikes, and I've almost enjoyed them all, but there was one which I just hate, and that's Darkest Dungeon. For a number of reasons, but... Okay, so let's see the attack order of the enemies. So you can see here, this enemy here, this purple one, will attack before this one. So if I move my mech here and shove it here, then it will attack... Oh no, I just killed it. Oh damn it. Okay, this is... didn't go as planned. But I can... If I get rid of this one here, all those mines will explode, and I don't want to trigger all those precious mines. So I will use this mech here and just spray on some defensive shields, and we're good. Okay, good. So I was blocking an enemy there, but I'm still hopeful that we can kill 2 more enemies. 1 more enemy. Good. This went surprisingly well. So I can't wait for the game throwing me a curveball there. So let's repair this unit here and have this one here just in place and survive the next 2 turns. Oh my god, there's another one of those snakes, and this one, since it's purple, it means it's much stronger. Okay, so what to do? Okay, this is not too bad. Since it's the last turn, I don't have to worry about a lot of things. Can I get rid of this one? No, I can't, but it doesn't matter. You don't have to get rid of all of them, just survive the number of turns. By the way, Unicorn. So let's pick our next mission where there are some cracked mountains, but I don't see any cracked mountains there. I'm not quite sure if it's okay if you crack the mountains for this achievement, or if they also already have to be pre-cracked. But destroy the dam. You know what? Let's go. Since we need a little bit more grid power, let's go to Ohm Town and take less than 3 grid damage. And look at this, there's some environmentals happening there. So this means that every other turn, or at every turn, there's this tsunami that will move inland. So maybe let's hurt some more. And any stationary enemy that's not flying will get affected and swallowed up. So this is good. So if you can trap some enemies there on their turn, for example, this one was stupid enough, this one couldn't move, so those 2 enemies will be gone in the next round. Then I can get rid of you and you, and that's it. Good. Very good. This is so rewarding. But this Psy enemy here, this Scion, is flying, so it's not going to be affected when there's the ground under it swallowed up. Like I said, you want to avoid that your mechs end up in water, but at least they don't drown or anything. So at least, yeah, you got something going for yourself. Okay, this was this turn here. Let's hope here for the best. By the way, I'm sorry if I'm constantly scratching my nose, but it's itching, so it means tomorrow is going to be a bit warmer than today. I have no idea why I'm this weather feely, if that's the word. Okay, so this is not too bad. I'm just moving here my tank out of the webbing, so now it is free to attack this thing here. Good. But still, there's still no yellow glow which I need for this achievement. This sucks. Good. Okay, so we're filling up our power grid, which we need, so I'm going to... Do not kill the volatile vac. Okay, so there are no mountains here, and this is... Oh god, this is going to be a bit tough, because the volatile vac that is this one here, this one is an enemy like any other, so it will attack my buildings and my units, but it will explode when you kill it, so you don't want to kill it. But since this enemy here, the blast scion, is also causing enemies to explode when they die, so yeah, you really want to avoid this. So this could be the recipe for disaster. Oh good. Good. The only thing that you don't want to kill is already trying to attack the coal plant, which is #1 priority. So I'm going to throw just a shield on it and hope for the best. And the next thing that I try to do is... I'm not trying to, I'm just killing this one here, because now the enemies don't explode upon impact, and I'm shoving this one here. So I think we should be good at least for this turn. But the next turn is going to be a little bit worse, because we got 4 enemies. Oh my god, and this snake thing here. And it's trying again to attack here. Yeah, this is not good. Now we got 2 enemies attacking. At least this one here, this is not attacking, and this one is attacking us here. So this is... could be worse, could be worse. Okay, so at least I gave this one here quite something to watch out for. So the only thing I can do is, again, just throw shields on it. Just throw shields on it. And if I attack this one here now, yeah. Yeah, you know what, let's do this. This one here, this is going to hurt, because now it will take fire damage, and there's an enemy trying to move from underneath. So I need to repair this unit as soon as I can. Preferably before the next turn. Okay, which I can't. Oh god, this is bad. this is bad. I can't move it out because it's affected by the webbing. If I just have it crash into one enemy, well, it will die. This unit will die. And this is our one pilot that allows us to deploy anywhere on the map. So, yeah. The only thing that I could do is, man, even if I manage to escape into, say, this direction here, then with the next move, yeah, I'll be gone. So, you know what? Let's make the most of it and just attack this one here, and yeah, it's gone. Okay, at least this one won't take too much damage. And oh, you know what? Let's try something else, because this unit up here only needs 1 damage. Can I? Now if I do this, yeah. Never mind. Continue. Never mind. Undo move. I do it like just now. Yeah, this sucks. This sucks, but man, this is the game. But at least we still got the coal plant, which is good. This one, the carcass of this, blocked at least 1 enemy, and this one is going to die because of the fire, which is also helpful. Okay, so we need to get rid of this one any way possible. Okay, this is bad. But if I repair this unit, it will survive this attack, and since it's the last turn, it will survive. The next thing here, you can see this little centipede worm here. This one shoots and causes 3 tiles to be attacked, but even worse, those are then affected by acid. But again, since this is our last turn, yeah, we should be alright. This one should die before it's able to attack. Good. This one. Good. Good. Everyone survived. And now, well, not everyone survived, but at least most of our folks survived. And look at this. We filled up our power grid again. Please be a pilot. No, it's not a pilot, but at least we got 1 reactor core. And now, since the pilot is dead, and the pilot was used for their ability, used up 1 of those reactor cores, I have 1 free now. And you know what? Let's use it for this. Repair 1 unit, repair them all. Okay, I still got 1 reactor core even available for me. So what will I do now? You know what? Let's save it up. Let's save it up and hope for the best. Okay, so this enemy here is now fun because it only has 3 health points, but then it will just explode into 2 smaller enemies, and then 2 smaller enemies still. So this is bad. But the good thing here is, if you recall that I said the enemy will, the boss will always attack first. So this one here will try to swallow up this. But if I move it here, it will swallow its own minion, which is wonderful. So, can I move this one here? Yes, this is good and helpful. And you know what? I mean, I could crash it into the... You know what? Let's do this. Let's do this. So this one will not be affected, but at least we already got some damage on this snake, this appearing snake enemy there, on this one here. Okay, not good and not good. So, okay, this is possible. I can now move this unit into this one here and get rid of this enemy here. So now we got still 2 goose left, but at least this enemy won't damage this one here, and we can take this kind of damage. Good, good, bad, bad, not too bad, still bad, bad, much worse. Okay, good. Okay, maybe it works like this. This blob attacks this one here, so this building here is safe. Then, okay, this one is just too strong. This will attack our buildings here. Unless I move it over here. No, and then it will kill this unit again. So, undo move. Huh. But I can crush this unit here. And now shoot into this direction there. So I killed 3 goose so far. So I don't think this will... Yeah. At least it resisted. Okay, this is good. This is good. Unaffected by webbing, but not this one. Okay, good. I think this isn't too bad, because with this I can destroy a lot of those. Then let's pull this unit in here. And you know what? I even killed 5 goose so far. And this I can survive. Okay, good. This was not as bad as it seemed in the first place. But no sign of our cracked mountains. So apparently this run wasn't to our favor. So okay, I got 1 reactor core and we can spend a reputation, and since we're going into the final battle now, I need all the great power that I can. So I spent this one here. And let's get 1 reactor core and... yeah. Another one onto the grid, and we got around a 25% chance that an attack on any of our buildings or power pylons, as we will see in a bit, won't go through. We got 2 reactor cores, so how to distribute them? Okay, I'm going all in now here, and the critical shields, as you can see, this is very important, especially in the last battle, so this might save our ass later on. Our ass, not our S, not the letter S. Okay, and the other I will use here for... what should be helpful? The other I will use here to move this mech even further. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to ignore now the 4th island because I'm already streaming for quite a while now. So let's go to the final battle, and this is this field here. This volcano will erupt and cause a lot of damage there on the playing field. So this will change up quite a lot. And now the thing is that those power pylons are the amount of great power that we have. So we need to defend those, because as we all know, once the grid is down, the run is over. And you can already see here that this is where there is lava flow. And we also got 2 new enemies that we haven't seen before. This is some kind of, what's it, an armadillo? It's called a digger. So essentially just creates on the adjacent tiles this kind of rock here, so that you can't easily attack it. And then of course in the next turn it will move spikes out wherever the rocks are, and it will destroy those rocks or whatever it is near. And this one here is just, it attacks on 2 tiles and has, 3 damage each. So this is also bad. So what I'm going to do now is... there's not a lot I can do actually. I can't kill this entirely, but... if you recall, if I said if you manage to bump an enemy, then it will, oh, of course, then it will have 1... it take 1 damage there, but okay, it's still not enough. It's still not enough. Okay, so I really wonder what we shall do here. Should I also already reset this turn? This is bad. Oh my god, this started off so bad. Huh. Yeah, there's really not a lot I can do now. So we will, unless we're extremely lucky, we will already lose a lot of grid power. Didn't you say you were going to play Into the Breach for only about half an hour? Yes, and I only played for half an hour, but now that I'm explaining everything, it's taking much longer, so You know what? Let's screw this. Let's see if this how badly this works out. But I'm not very optimistic that we'll manage to beat this game here. Oh god, this was my god. Oh, thank you so much. Okay, we were very lucky twice in a row, so I'm not quite sure how often this will happen. And there are a lot of enemies right now. A lot of enemies. Oh god, yeah. It didn't get much better there. Okay, so let's examine the battlefield. This unit will cause 1 grid damage here, which is bad. This unit here is not attacking, but this here might also cause 1 grid damage. This one seems to be one of the biggest hitters in this round because it might take out 4, as you can see here up there, 4 grid bars. And this one here just attacks this one. So I think my strategy should be to attack those here. This is good. And then, oh no, go even further here. And then I'm going to pull in this, what's it? I'm not quite sure what's it called. It's a blob. This blob here. And this blob, oh, of course, yeah. This enemy will attack the blob, but then it doesn't do anything. So the final thing that I have here is now this enemy unit, but I can't do much with it. I really can't do anything with it. Maybe, yeah, maybe get rid of this enemy at least. But we will still take one damage here because I'm not hopeful that we're lucky 3 times in a row. We are rooting for you. Oh, thank you so much, Inkd. Oh my god, we were lucky. We were lucky so many times in a row. Okay, so now I really don't count on my luck anymore. Okay. Okay, as always, it's bad. This is bad. So what can I do? What can I do? Well, I can get rid of this enemy here, then I have this. The problem is that this bug down here takes so much damage, but if I can have it crash against this one here, but it's still, there's still one too much. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do it like this. Free here my flying unit, and then again take our chances here, but this time I think it's definitely going to happen. But at least it's only 1 power pylon, and here it would be all 2. So at least we survived this. It's Benjamin Edward. Hello world. Hello Benjamin. You've come to the final confrontation there. My god, how many times can we be lucky in a row? My god, I've never, this was 5 times that we had a chance of 1 in 4. So I think luck run its course at least for this round. But we're lucky still. You see those fire symbols there, and this stupid armadillo there is standing on one of those fire tiles. So the volcano will erupt and kill this thing here, which is wonderful. So I only have to worry about what's ever going on here. So, I can just pull this enemy here, and then it's also going to be affected by the fire. And I can move this unit here out of harm's way, because it's got only 1 health point left, but this is cool. And with this unit I can just attack this blob here. And then it's done. And at this point I thought, cool, I survived the final battle, but then you will see what happens. Incoming seismic activity. Brace yourselves. I so much despise having multi-phase boss battles. I really hate it. But this is the final phase there. But there as you can see, there are a lot of boss monsters still there. And you don't get any more power pylons than you had before. So at least, like I said, we were way too lucky the last time. So maybe we still got a fighting chance. Okay, and there is going to be a Renfield bomb deployed, and it even crashed an enemy. Oh my god, we were so lucky this time. This Renfield bomb, we have to defend it for 5 turns, because this one will save our ass, because everything will explode and it will save humanity. Okay, so what's going to happen here? This enemy will attack by 4 damage in each direction. This is bad, but at least if I move my mechs out of there, it won't be affected. This one here, this is much worse. This attacks by 3. This one attacks our Renfield bomb by 1, which should be okay. And I really need to get rid of this enemy here, so... Yeah, so what can I do about this enemy here? This is really bad. And I really need to take care of this fire bug, because it takes so much, it causes so much damage. But if I attack now into this direction, then I might damage myself. You know what, let's do this. Let's do this. And then use our shields, at least on this pylon here, so that for this turn it doesn't take any damage. Good. Good. Good and not so good, but could be worse. I don't like those enemies. I really don't like those enemies. Okay. Okay. Christ. Ugh. You can see what's going on here. Oh, it's Vitali L on the chat. Hi Phil, how are you doing? Unfortunately missed a good portion of the stream. No worries, you can always go back and watch what happened before. I'm just playing Into the Breach and I'm here having my ass kicked in the final battle. Okay, let's observe the playing field. What the hell is happening here? Okay, first, this enemy here trying to shoot those 4 pylons here with 4 damage each. Then, this thing will cause 3 here. This thing will also try to, or oh god, this is not attacking. This will damage Renfield bomb entirely, which is bad. If I keep my tank unit here, since it's on this yellow tile here, it will get killed. Actually, all my units will get killed if they remain stationary, which is bad. And also this one is attacking by 1, so this is so bad. This is so bad. I really don't know what I could do. We were really lucky before, but right now we're definitely out of luck. Huh. Yeah. This is so bad. Okay, yeah. Let's do this. Okay. I will free now here my tank. And my tank kills this one. But, okay, I thought this Firefly would be in between this bug here and this pylon there. And of course, I need to protect the bomb at all cost. So what's going to happen is we probably take 3 damage. That means 2 pylons here, 1 pylon here, and another here. That's 4 pylons, and then we're down to 2. So I'm not very hopeful. Not very hopeful. Bad. 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 Okay. You can't be lucky all the time. The good thing now is that we don't have as many power pylons that we need to protect, because there aren't as many as before. So, Huh. Okay, if I push this one away, this one here is safe. Now, I need, this one here, this has way too many hit points. Oh, damn it. Yeah, let's do this. I will pull This, what's it called? Alpha crab. We'll pull the crab to this direction there, and then... Oh, damn it. Oh, damn it. Then I almost have to kill almost this pilot here. Oh god, this is so bad. This is so bad. Okay, we're on our last power grid. And still 2 turns. Still 2 turns to survive. I'm not very hopeful. I think this will be it. Which is a shame, because Camila Vera survived 47 timelines, so I might have to pull the plug when I know this is not going to work out. Maybe it's already time to pull the plug. Okay, no, wait. Huh. Maybe... Maybe I can salvage this. But, not really. Not really. And there are still 2 enemies approaching. So the Renfield... Okay, the Renfield bomb will survive this. If I attack now this enemy here, then I will leave my tank on this tile, and then it will get killed in the next move. So what I'm going to do now is I get rid of this blob here, and with the last move that I have with this unit, I will just repair it. And I repaired all of them. Right, I forgot. This is good. So there might be hope after all. We just have to make sure that the Renfield bomb... Oh my god, this was already the last turn. Thank god. Oh god, I thought we still have to survive another turn. Man, we made it. We made it. What an explosion. Talk about drama. Thank you everyone for sticking with me for this apparently very successful run of Into the Breach. Man, it was this close. It was really this close, but look at this. We almost saved 15,000. I think 15,000 is the maximum points or civilian lives to save in a run, or more maybe. I don't know, or was it 20,000? I'm not quite sure, but man, this was close. This was way too close, but at least I'm hopeful that I didn't lose my pilot, because as we've seen, you can only save 1 pilot. Let's roll the credits, because Subset Games deserves it. Also a shout out to Justin Ma. If you really want something to inspire you each day in terms of art, especially pixel art or just game art overall, just follow Justin Ma on Twitter. I'm not quite sure what his handle is, but it's always it's really nice when you wake up in the morning and just scroll through all the horrible things that are happening around us. And then in between there's just some very fancy, nice pixel art, which just lightens the mood. So this is something I can very recommend. But on the downside of today's run, I didn't manage to see this glowing mountain anywhere. It has to be there. So this is again still the one achievement that got away. I got all the others, but not this one. Well, sad. But on the upside, hey, look at this. I'm playing this game much better than Faster Than Light. Faster Than Light, sometimes I open it and play it, and then I recall why I hate it so much. Because I think I saw the boss twice or 3 times, and the second time I was this close to beating it, and then it just vanished and my ship was almost done, and I realized, oh, it was only the first phase of this boss battle and you have to fight it like 3 or 4 more times. Needless to say, I never finished a single run of Faster Than Light, and I played it for hundreds of hours. So this is why I like this game much better. So and now we can pick which pilot we want to save. And again, I'm picking Camila Vera because she survived 16 final battles and 47 timelines. And here we are again. And that was in my run of Into the Breach. I can't recommend this game enough. It's so much fun, as you can see, if you have a thing for turn-based combat. And I realized, like I said myself, that I'm more into this more cerebral kind of battling, because I'm not fast anymore as I used to be, and it's always fun having kids call you a psycho on Counter-Strike whenever I try to play it, because it's been so many years since I tried to play it semi-professionally, and I'm just getting knifed by noobs. So this is why old man Phil has to play games like Into the Breach. But I really enjoyed, and it's very cheap, and it was made essentially just by 2 people, and you can really see how polished the whole experience is, not just from a game design perspective, but what's also very important, also from an interface design, as you've probably was demonstrated well enough, is that you really always have the information at your fingertips that you need to plan your next move. And it was never because you didn't see something or something was just random. Randomness always, was I think Justin Ma said this in one interview at one point, randomness always works to your benefit. So you have a 25% chance, or in my case 23% chance, that an enemy attack won't hit a building. So you always, essentially you can, write this building off because, it's 25 or 23%, it probably will get hit. And now I was lucky 5 times in a row. So this is where I'm not complaining about an RNG that just rolled crit after crit after crit in my favor. Because if a RNG is in your favor, it's good, and if it's not in your favor, it's unfair, the computer cheats, and where's my latest save game so that I can reload and re-roll the dice again. Cool, so let's quit Into the Breach now and switch over to full camera. There it's me, just the same me, just bigger. And let's see what's going on in the chat and if I've scared away all the people that are still there. I always die on Faster Than Light. Oh good, so I'm not the only one. But with Faster Than Light, I really enjoy the music and the whole mood of everything. But again, I'm really torn because it's not so much fun to play. I tried even following a lot of strategy guides, but the strategy guides, at least to me, they are useless. Essentially, they said, focus on maxing your shields, but also your engine, but also your weapons, but also your life support, but also your medical bay. So essentially it's just focus on everything because everything is the priority. So yeah, it doesn't work for me. And Yngvarr says, a nice gameplay, good night, stay healthy everyone. And I don't have much to add to this apart from, I hope you enjoyed this little run of Into the Breach, because I know that I enjoyed it. It was very dramatic, and at least we had a happy end, which is always great. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it and could forget a little bit of all the craziness that is happening around us for 2 hours or so. I can only add to say stay safe. If you have to go out, always try to disinfect not only your hands afterwards, but also your phones or any screens you might have touched. This is something, drink a lot and don't hoard, as we say in German, don't hamster, because hamster is really a verb for just hoarding and buying stuff, which is fine. In German we call this hamster buying or hamster hoarding or something, and I always joke that I wanted to hamster, but they were out of hamsters, I only got a guinea pig. Okay, Opapi also says, Dan, I missed it, good night, I guess. But yeah, you can always watch it later on, because this is the wonderful internet, and YouTube is this generation's VCR, and if you don't know what a VCR is, congratulations, you will outlive me, perhaps. Vitaly says, Phil, how do you spell this pixel artist surname you were talking about? Oh, you know what, I think I will try it now to find him on... Where do I have him? I will try to find him now on Twitter. It's MR, just Justin MR. Not Justin Macado. Who the hell is never heard of? It's an American actress. Twitter. No, it's not Justina. It's just Justin. Ah, there we go. It's Jar Mustard. I grab the link and post it. Now, there you go. Is this the right one? Yes, it is. So this is Justin Ma. Again, like I said, very inspiring, very nice. If you want to get some inspirations for art or pixel art, I can just can't recommend following him enough. And also if you want to learn more about, of course, the process of developing a game like Into the Breach after the much admired Faster Than Light, because we all know when FTL came out, it was just the hottest indie shit to play, and it was just so amazing. And now after playing Into the Breach, you really realize all the shortcomings, all the randomness, the unfairness of the game, which you didn't see in the first place. But it was also fun playing FTL in a sense, because I had what I call the Strahl maneuver after my surname. That is, if everything is fucked up, just open all the doors, all the windows, and let everyone die from a lack of oxygen. And this is how I said, yep, not going to win this. Let's open all the hatches and see how long we can survive. Oh, it's not that long. Okay, cool. So I've been streaming for 2 hours and 17 minutes, YouTube tells me. And it also tells me that my stream health was excellent, which is unusual, especially today, when I assume a lot of people are just using up bandwidth by just binge watching and social distancing themselves. So all I can say is be sure to stay hydrated. Have a great week, I hope. And I'm looking very much forward to being there next week with something else, just so we can all get our mind off things. With that being said, grab onto your unicorns, grab onto your toilet paper, and have where is my thanks for watching slide, and have a great week. And together, social distancing ourselves, trying to help whoever we can, even if it's just getting their mind off things or running groceries for them. Everything counts, and we're all in this together, and somehow I'm pretty sure that we will make it. It just will probably take a while. But me, I'll be there next week, probably doing a stream, having fun with all of you. So thanks again for watching, have a great week, and see you, it's probably next weekend. Bye!